Hey guys, it's the beginning of September and that means it's grape harvesting season, and so that's what I'm doing today. It is pretty warm here, and so I'm going to try to get these done as fast as possible. It was an abundant year for grapes, so I'm going to harvest these all and I'm going to take them inside and show you how we get the juice out of these Concord grapes using a tool we got from Brooke's grandma. Today we picked 3 of these tubs of Concord grapes. So before we head back inside, let me share a little bit of our grape vineyard with you and the details of how we planted it, how long it's taken to get to this point. So we have one, I'm not good with measurement, probably 30-foot row in the back here, and then we had them staggered. They would get smaller and smaller, and we planted some wine grapes in there, but they didn't really juice too well, and so what took off was the Concord grapes. So it's pretty sparse here, and we planted these grapes 8 years ago when we moved in, and we had them established on our previous homestead. We didn't want to do pressure-treated posts, so we didn't, and now they're starting to, as you can see here, break, fall over. Redo this vineyard just because all the wires are sagging. The grapes are so heavy. We did not trim this year. We have in the past, but this year just got away from us and we didn't trim, so it got a little crazy and wild. But with that being said, we got an abundant harvest without doing anything. We find that sometimes when we just leave things be like they were in nature, we get more of a harvest just because we don't spray, and so we get more of a harvest if we, than if we were to spray. That's what I'm trying to say. Spray, trim, prune, all the things. But we can't let it go another year with it like this because it's a jungle and getting to the fruit was a little bit hard. So if you want to plant, if you hope of having a vineyard or a orchard, plant now. Actually, plant yesterday, just because it takes a while. It takes a while to get fruit and to see your hard work pay off. Okay, so this is a grape juicer. And you can purchase these now, but we inherited from Brooke's grandma, and I'll show you how it works. It is the coolest contraption. Water goes in the bottom, grapes go in the top. So as the steam rises, it opens up the skins and juices the grapes. And then all the juice goes into this middle section here, which we have a hose, and it pours right into, we have a pot here, but you can, if you want to, you can stand here and just jar up your juice right away and then throw it in the canner. But we're just going to collect it all in a big pot and just keep putting grapes in here. And then once this starts to fizzle out, once you start to see it just drip, 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 I open this top up here, and then with a sauerkraut masher, I just mash down the grape skins just to get any of that residual juice out. And once that's all out, then I dump all the skins into a slop bucket for the chickens and pigs, and then we add fresh grapes. I check the water on the bottom just to make sure you don't want to run out of water, and scald that bottom pot. Plus you need more water. You need water to keep the steam up so it opens up the grapes. I don't wash my grapes. There is a little residual dirt on there, but that would just be too much time. And our grapes are they're spray-free, organic, so I'm not too concerned about it. So let's run through this together. All right, let's check water. Look good? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Oh. Water looks good. All right. You want to put some in, girls?
Yeah. I just stole.
Here, let me back this up a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. All right. Here. I'm just going to do it because if you can't get to it, I don't want you to burn yourself.
Some good grapes.
Uh-oh. Do you want to go in there?
Yeah.
No.
Mom, I turn back on the TV. No.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah, rest time just a little. Sawyer, can you turn the oven top back on?
Oh, great. Can you turn off your bun?
Yeah.
Who is?
Sarah.
Mama.
All right.
Sarah's coming off with it.
So fill it as full as you can. And put the lid on. I'll leave a link below to where you can purchase one of these because they are readily available, more so than they were probably a couple years ago because the homestead movement has really picked up. So I will post a link to where you can purchase one of these. Okay, so the one feature I want to show you is this little clip that's on the tube. So depending, ours is really old and it probably should be replaced. We say that every year we take this out to use it. But this clip is going to hold the tube. It's going to clamp it down so that the juice doesn't flow. Our tube has a little clear spot here so we can see that when the juice starts to flow, it starts to come down the tube right here. And then we know we can release it and let it flow into the pot. You could keep it open if you want to, but I don't know. Is there a reason, babe, why you want to clamp it? Does it keep more of the steam in?
No, I think it's just a like safety feature.
Yeah.
Like so you can walk away from it, or like move your pot when it's full.
Yeah, good point. Safety feature, Brooke said. Safety feature. So that way, if you're doing other stuff in the kitchen, because this does take about 15 minutes. From the time you put the grapes in, it takes about 15-20 minutes for the juice to flow. And so you're going to get started doing something else. And if you don't have a large pot under here, it could overflow and you're going to be left with a mess. So good point, babe. Safety feature.